Good afternoon, everyone. The meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is called to order. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Current, the Daily Journal, the Hamilton Gazette, and the Hamilton News, and has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mays Landing. As we're ready to say our opening prayer, afterwards we're going to have a moment of silence for our former freeholder, Charlie Garrett's 18-year-old son who had passed away. Grandson who had passed away, and as well as for Senator Bill Gormley's brother, Jerry, who had passed away as well. As we convene this afternoon, grant each of us the guidance and control which shall maintain our hearts in peace with one another and with thee. Help us in doing our duties and defend from all evil. Amen. Amen. We'll have a moment of silence. Hey. Okay, thank you. Okay, if we could please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, please call the roll.
Dallas.
Here.
Bertino.
Here.
Horsey.
Present.
Days.
Here.
Fitzpatrick.
Here.
Gatto.
Here.
Risley.
Here.
And Kern.
Here.
You there. You're not here. You're there. Hi, Amy.
Okay, Commissioners have had an opportunity to review the minutes from August 17th, 2021. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the August 17th, 2021 minutes as presented.
So moved. Second.
Is there any anybody abstaining from this vote?
I will abstain, yes.
Okay. Okay, Commissioners have moved and seconded. We'll have a roll call.
Dallas.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Horsey.
Yes.
Days.
Abstain?
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Abstain.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, anyone that would like to speak during the public comments, please come to the podium and state your name and the town that you reside. If you're attending virtually, type yes and the resolution number in the question and answer box. Any items not listed on the agenda, you may speak during public comments. You will be raised from an attendee to a panelist. When you're raised, please state your name and town you reside. Okay, that brings us into our bond ordinances. We have bond ordinance number 4.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements for the Atlantic Cape Community College located within the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, appropriating $1,330,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,330,000 bonds or notes to finance part of the cost thereof. Final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner moved and second. Any commissioner comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Dallas.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Horsey.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Bond ordinance number 5.
Bond ordinance providing for the Atlantic County Institute of Technology Expansion Project located within the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, appropriating $33,500,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $33,500,000 bonds or notes to finance part of the cost thereof. Final reading.
Move. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commissioner comments?
Madam Chair?
Commissioner
Yeah, I think this is a great ordinance, to be able to, spend 25 cents on the dollar to have this improvement done at our county high school is wonderful. The amount of students that will be able to get trained there, especially in the new fields that we're talking about adding on there, to help improve the diversity of the county. I think it's going to be wonderful. Can't wait for this to get started, get the first shovel on the ground.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do we have any other commissioner comments? Any comments from the public? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
yes,
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Capital ordinance number 2.
Capital ordinance amending and restating capital ordinance number 1 of 2021, providing for various capital improvements, equipment, and furnishings by and in the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, to increase the appropriation by $2,021,767, and to amend the description set forth therein. Final reading.
Second.
And we have a motion and a second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
yes,
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Capital ordinance number 3.
Capital ordinance providing for various county-wide HVAC improvements and stormwater improvements in and for the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, and appropriating $15,080,500, therefore from grant proceeds received pursuant to the Federal American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 to pay for the cost thereof. Final reading.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
yes,
Risley,
Yes.
Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us into our resolutions and grants. We'll have Resolution 524.
Grant application and acceptance from the State of New Jersey Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services for the Medication Assisted Treatment Grant, amount not to exceed $586,223.
Move. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution number 525 to 528, chapter 159.
So moved. Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
yes,
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 529, please.
Amending Resolution Number 334, adopted July 21, 20, a professional services agreement with Johnson, Merriman, and Thompson Incorporated for the provision of engineering services for the replacement of 2 bridges at Weymouth Road over Skulls Run, HML 18, and Little Mill Stream, HML 19, in Hamilton Township to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
second,
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
yes,
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 530.
Amended professional services contract with French and Perillo Associates, PA, for the engineering design services associated with the replacement of Bungalow Park Bridge, EHC 8, Egg Harbor Greenbank Road, County Route 563, over Indian Creek in Egg Harbor City to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
So moved. Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair. Yeah, just one. Jerry, how long is the extension for on this one?
I believe it's one year, it's to 10/31 and extend to 10/31/22, so it's 1 year.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other comments from the commissioners? Seeing none. Any comments from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
yes,
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to our competitive contracts, Resolution 531.
Amending Resolution Number 645 adopted December 15, 2020, a renewal competitive contract sub-grant agreements with various vendors for Older Americans Act area plan services to increase funding for socialization, recreation, and education with Stockton University. Net increase $20,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing none, any comments from the? We'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 532.
Renewal competitive contract with Monarch Housing Associates for the planning and submission of a continuum of care grant application amount not to exceed $40,000.
Move.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing here none, any comments from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 533.
Renewal bid contract with Leeway Electrical Limited Liability Corporation for supplemental electrical work amount not to exceed $129,400.
Move.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing here none, any from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 534.
Bid contract with Atlantic Salt Incorporated to furnish and deliver rock salt to members of the Atlantic County Cooperative. Amount not to exceed $572,000.
Move.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Commissioner Ballas?
Hey, Jerry, what's our stock like now with salt? We had a pretty mild winter last year.
I think we're in pretty good shape, but Greg is on, I think.
We did discuss this in the budget subcommittee too, Commissioner Ballas, and basically we're filling it to our average level, and then we have on order as needed, and they would only charge upon delivery.
Great.
Okay, any other comments from commissioners? Seeing none, anything from the public? We'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 535.
Change order number 2, contract with R. Maxwell Construction Company Incorporated for the bicycle infrastructure improvements in the cities of Ventnor and Margate to provide supplementary work. Net increase $8,100.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments for the commissioners?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Corsi.
through you to Jerry. Is it?
We hope this is it.
What? So I'm clear. I know we say it's a change order for $8,100. As Amy would say, this has been going on for the longest. So since we're overseeing it,
Yeah.
whoever you want to direct it to,
Yeah.
but since we're overseeing it, whoever from the county side ought to be able to tell us collectively,
Right.
in their expert opinion, this is it. Because this, 3 years, 4 years? A long time.
I would probably say 2.5.
Start on how much?
John is on. I mean, you see what the $8,100 is for. John's on to talk about it. It's the logo. You saw the.
I'm just saying, but we keep going with this bike path forever.
So, John, why don't you go through what you think? Is this the end?
Right. The work is complete. There's going to be a final change order that closes it all out. But these are bits and pieces, hardware that had to be ordered during the actual installation of the racks were submitted for payment, and they have to go through the resident engineer, our inspectors, to get approved, and then they come through for these change orders. So the work is complete. There's no more work to be done. There will be one, I believe, only one final change order that will tie out everything, and we can, if you want, then go over everything that has been involved. I don't want to do that because, like you say, it's been a very long project, but the work is complete. The bike racks are in, and I'm told that both Margate and Ventnor are very happy with the product, just not the time it took to get there.
Madam Chair?
Commissioner
Yeah,
Rowley.
also to either John or Jerry, I mean, in reading the description, unless I got it wrong, this was a design error, I imagine, with the M and the V being sharp and dangerous. Shouldn't that cost be borne on whoever designed that or the manufacturer?
Those were special designs asked for by the municipalities.
Yeah.
The grant money went to the municipalities, and so my understanding is that that is borne by the grant. We did get an extension of the federal aid grant. I am not up to date completely on the numbers and how they worked out, but the answer that I know of is that yes, those designs were done by the municipality. They requested them specifically as opposed to standard racks right off the rack, no pun intended. But I do not know what all the details of that are, but I can have them for you for the next meeting if you will, or if you know,
Yeah.
for the final change order, I'll be glad to get that together.
Yeah, I think we need to know what's being covered by the grant and make sure that none of this is coming out of county tax dollars for these special logos and special design, and make sure that it's all covered through the grant and not the county taxpayer.
Yeah, if I can, I'm pretty sure this is all federal grant funding. We're under it from an engineering and like a program management perspective, if I understand it. Now, the amount of federal tax dollars being spent on a grant for bike racks, we won't even get into that discussion. But
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure all of this is federal grant money.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Hey, John, why you
John
go, why
didn't
are we
sound so
even
sure.
involved, John?
John did not sound so sure.
Why are we involved?
Why is John?
The money was granted to the municipalities. The municipalities were not approved to receive and administer the federal funds. The county, because we get every year to administer federal transportation funds, was available to do that. And back then, I'm not sure where the request came from, but it was requested that the county would administer those funds. And that's, I don't know the decision process there. I just know that we were opted in to do that administration, and that's what we've done to the best of our ability. There's a litany of things that were very difficult with this project. Again, I don't want to get into it today to take up your time today, but I'll be glad to have I can have a bullet point listing for the next meeting, if you will.
I just raised that for one reason. It's just that it's not like we wanted to do that. We were asked to do that, we did that. If we turn that down, Margate, Ventnor don't get the bike racks, and you got Margate and Ventnor elected officials here complaining that we turned it down. So that's the point in essence.
Do you have any other commissioner comments? Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Dees?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes,
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 536.
A mandatory resolution number 135, adopted March 2nd, 2021, a contract with South State Incorporated for the emergency repair of Dorset Avenue Bridge gearboxes to extend term date. Net increase $72,957.37.
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners?
I have a question.
Ms. Patrick?
Jerry, is Dorset Avenue a county road? So that's why we have to take care of that bridge?
And it's our bridge.
Well,
That's right, exactly right.
okay. Just doesn't seem quite right.
Yeah.
That's all.
Do we have any other comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Any comments from the public?
Not good ones, they're good, they won't be good comments.
No? I'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yeah.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 537.
Amending Resolution Number 107, adopted March 3rd, 2020, a shared services agreement with the South Jersey Transportation Authority for the provision of community shuttle services along the Route 40 and Route 54 corridors to extend the term date. Amount not to exceed $126,608.95.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Any from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 538.
Amending Resolution Number 391, adopted July 20, 2021, an alternate method contract with various vendors to provide nursing staff to Meadowview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Net increase $140,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner?
To Jerry. I know we're in a pandemic. I know things are tough and getting people's hard. I get all that. Is it time for us to take a good hard look at the salary structure there at the nursing home? Look at all the salaries.
It's not only the nursing home, it's across the board in the county.
I
But it's
know.
not only the county, I mean, all of my peers in other counties are going through the same thing. The salaries are just not attracting people. So let's talk about Atlantic County. We're not attracting people to the nursing home, we're not attracting people to any of the jobs.
Well, maybe we should take a look at our salaries, see what we can do there.
Right,
We did it years ago.
right.
Time to review it again.
So, Madam Chair, if I may?
Yeah.
So I think what we should be, in counting what the commissioner said. So the record's clear. We are looking at all the salaries. There's a committee that's formed by this Board of Commissioners. We're looking at it. We've been in contact with the administration from the bottom up, not so much from the top down, but it's, we talk about the bottom up. And Jerry has been providing us information. I don't know if all the commissioners have been given the data information, but going forward, I think we're still in talks with unions, with in-house anyway, as you indicated, whether it's the nursing home, whether it's your welfare workers, whoever the case may be. We agree across the board, I believe, that the salaries are low. And it's not just in the county. We're having the same problem in the city. And unfortunately, the old saying is you get what you pay for. Well, them damn days are over with. Folks come to work, they work hard. They still living below the poverty rate. As we know, going to $15 an hour soon. But my favorite quote has always been this. We talk about the little people, the working poor. They park our cars, they make our beds, they pour our coffee, they take 2 buses to get to work. So we get it. All of us get it. So I think the administration, in conjunction with the commissioners, are trying to figure out what is the best method to try to raise all the salaries. Whether you picking up the trash on Route 9 or you at the nursing home, it has to be across the board where everybody can come together. Nobody's going to get rich working for the county. However, we need to make sure we make our employees understand we appreciate what they do.
No,
So I agree with what you're saying.
I would agree with you what you said as well. I just think that the nursing home is a very, very high priority. We can't have any mistakes there.
No, agreed.
We're dealing with people's lives. If a pothole doesn't get filled in, that's one thing. But if we don't have the proper staffing at the nursing home, that just leads to all kinds of problems, lawsuits, you know, issues. So that's what I'm very concerned about.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do I have any other comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Rutino?
Yes.
Forcey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 539, please.
Intergovernmental Services Agreement with the Atlantic County Area Agency on Aging and the Atlantic County Division of Public Health for Older Americans Act Area Plan Services, fiscal year 2021, amount not to exceed $61,875.
Motion.
Second?
Motion made second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto? Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 540.
Renewal intra-governmental sub-grant agreements with the Atlantic County Office on Aging to provide various services under the Older Americans Act, fiscal year 2021, amount not to exceed $710,956.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners?
I just want to say that the Senior Citizens Advisory Council and the works with the Department of Aging, and they are doing a really great job keeping people engaged and supporting all the services that go out to our seniors. Doing a really good job, and this money helps with that.
Thank you. And I agree. I mean, all of these resolutions that we're doing are showing, you know, all of the services, many of the services, I should say, not all, that we do provide in this county. Do we have any other comments from our commissioners?
Madam Chair,
Yes?
just also want to mention it was brought up in our subcommittee meeting that this is a new arrangement, and it's really going to allow us to do a lot more with our parents, for example. We're going to get more out of them because they're going to be able to combine kind of the work the two departments would have been doing. So it's a pretty cool new arrangement.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Have any other comments? Comments from the public? Have a roll call?
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 541.
Intergovernmental sub-grant agreements with the Atlantic County Area Agency on Aging and the Atlantic County Division of Intergenerational Services for services under the Older Americans Act, fiscal year 2021, amount not to exceed $1,966,542.
Moved.
Second.
Motion's been made in second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Yeah, Jerry, I know this may or may not be connected, but I know this talks about funding for transportation and also the nutrition sites. I know recently that the nutrition sites are planning to reopen to in-person meals.
They've been open, they opened on September the 7th.
Okay, so that's one,
Yeah.
okay. And there's been no problem as far as staffing or transitioning back to them?
No.
Okay,
No, they went flawlessly.
awesome, great, thank you.
Nice. Any other comments from the commissioners? Okay, anything from the public? We'll have a roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 542.
Agreement with Rutgers University for the provision of the Cooperative Extension Program, amount not to exceed $253,785.
Moved.
Second.
Motion has been made in second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing none, any comments from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto? Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 543.
Resolution endorsing the fiscal year 2021 Atlantic County Homeless Continuum of Care Plan and application.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Any from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to resolution 544.
Consent to assignment agreement with South Jersey Transportation Authority and Jamal's Atlantic City Limited Liability Corporation concerning the county's lease for a portion of the property located at the New York Avenue parking garage. Amount not to exceed $174,840.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair. Through you to Jerry. So explain this to me a little bit better, if you can.
Yes, we've had a contract with either SJTA or the owner. SJTA sold the building with a garage to Jamal. So we have spaces over there, 75 spaces. We used to have about 100, 110. And employees can park there, and we pay for their parking. And then the courts have jurors go there. So when they have their mass jury, when they do jury selection, everybody parks there and they go over to the courthouse. And once they select the jury, then they park over at North Carolina Avenue, because obviously it's limited then.
The reason I asked you that question, and I know we've been doing this for a number of years.
Yeah.
However, I'm always looking at the parking lot at South Carolina and Arctic, across from the courthouse. We have a multitude of empty spaces in there. And so my question would be, if we have that many spaces empty, couldn't we reduce the amount of spaces in the New York Avenue garage, even though it's under new ownership, and have them use that lot, that surface lot, right across from the courthouse? Are you familiar with what I'm talking about, Kurt?
Yeah, that's owned by the law firm, right?
No. You on Baccarat. This is on Arctic Avenue.
Okay.
What's that, South Carolina and Arctic?
It's the one that's contiguous to the courthouse.
I'm sorry?
The one that's contiguous to the courthouse. We have a fence between the courthouse and the lot?
Negative.
No?
I'm going up on Arctic Avenue.
Okay.
Towards the inlet.
Yeah.
Right there, South Carolina and Arctic. There's a parking lot. We send the sheriffs out there every day for the employees to go to their cars. I'm not talking about the one next to Cooper Levinson's law firm. That's on South Carolina.
Okay.
This is on South Carolina and Arctic. Carolina Avenue apartment sits on this corner. Courthouse sits here, and the parking lot sits over here. Then we have those row of stores or whatever you want to call them, Cedar Markets, and it's before Pennsylvania Avenue.
Well, I thought that was North Carolina. We rent from there. Or you,
I mean, did I say South Carolina?
you said
Well,
South
you know, I'm
Carolina.
so old, I can't remember that street. It's North Carolina Avenue.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We rent, that's where we rented. We rent that from a provider in Atlantic City, a parking vendor. We rent that whole parking area for the courthouse.
I understand that. My point
You're
was,
talking about the ones coming further back?
there's so many empty ones in there.
Right.
So can't we reduce I'm just asking, can we? We may not be able to. Can we just reduce the amount of spaces at the New York Avenue garage and use those spaces? You can go by there any given day. I guarantee you find 40 spots empty every day.
Well, I don't know. We'd have to talk.
Them empty spots are for panel drawers. So you're seeing a lot of them that are empty now, but once they seat the drawers, then they're assigned to them spots that are empty. So that's why they have to be empty, because of trials over there.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding, because jury people still using New York Avenue garage.
No, that's only for them. That's only when they bring the mass jury in. Once they're seated, the seated jurors then go over there. The Superior Court employees go over there, and the sheriff's officers park over there.
Okay. Maybe I'm missing something, but you can do a tour with me.
Okay.
As with the administrator. I live there. I'm telling you that damn lot's empty.
I'll do that.
There's always a lot of empty spots in there. I
A
agree.
multitude of them.
I agree.
So,
But they're
saying that,
reserved for jurors.
I just want to make sure
Ask
we're
the court.
talking about the same lot. Commission. So that's when the courts are fully engaged.
and when is that going to be?
When they're fully engaged, well, I can't speak for the courts. When they're fully engaged, that parking lot on North Carolina, and it's Arctic
Correct.
North Carolina,
In Baltic.
and Baltic.
Correct.
That is filled to the brim
I've never.
when they are fully engaged in the courthouse.
Yeah, I like to see that as long as I've been there. And we
Okay.
took that
Yeah.
bar off that corner, Piggy's
Yeah.
Bar and all that.
That's
I've
right.
never ever seen that parking lot full. I'm not doubting
Yeah,
you,
right.
but maybe I'm missing something because y'all go home at the end of the day. I'm still out there. I've never seen that lot full on any given day. But here's the Mac. I was just asking the question, trying to save a couple of dollars if we did not need to use all the spots on New York
Well,
Avenue
I would
Garage.
agree with you. Here's what we'll do. We'll talk. I'll get on the phone with Howard Birchall
Okay,
and you, and we'll. And
why don't we do
if
that?
you want Commissioner Bowers on. the
Oh,
phone
absolutely,
with
because he always want to challenge me on something. I don't care.
you, we'll do that.
He's a Pleasantville guy. What do I care?
Just trying to help.
No. Why don't we do that? I was just trying to see if we could save money from the New York Avenue Garage. but-
Nothing wrong with that. It is a 3-year term, just so you know, the contract's a 3-year contract.
Correct. Okay. Just a thought.
Do we have any other comments from the commissioners? Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Rutino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes,
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 545.
Interlocal agreement with the Atlantic County Improvement Authority for project management services for various county capital projects. Amount not to exceed $152,000.
Motion.
Second.
second.
Motion been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Any from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes,
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 546, please.
Amending Resolution Number 477, adopted September 7th, 2021, a lease agreement with S&T Realty Limited Liability Corporation for warehouse space to be utilized by the Atlantic County Division of Facilities Management.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public?
I just,
Oh, did you?
I just
I'm sorry.
wanted to clarify that
Yeah.
we're redoing that resolution because it appeared from the reading of the original resolution that we were storing election material and equipment, but in reality, it's facilities furniture that we're storing there. Just to make it clear.
Remember, I wrote the board, basically saying that the article on the paper was incorrect. And so Commissioner Fitzpatrick asked, well, why don't we just rewrite it? I asked Jimmy to read it one more time, just to make sure. So Jim did.
We made the change because the description of it was incorrect.
Okay.
So to correct the record, we felt it would better to amend the resolution.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Rutino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto? Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
yes,
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 547.
Alternate method contract with Runback Election Services for the purchase of locking rolling security cards for election-related materials for early voting. Amount not to exceed $50,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Rutino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
yes,
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 548.
Resolution in support of Summers Point's application to the New Jersey Department of Transportation for NJDOT fiscal year 2022 Safe Routes to School Grant Program Funds. SRS-1-2022- Summers Point City-00021.
so moved.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes,
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution numbers 549 to 552. They are appointments and reappointments.
So moved.
Second.
second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing none, anything from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gadam?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 553.
Resolution in support of Atlantic City Electric's clean energy efforts, sponsored Chairwoman Maureen Kern.
Would you mind? Okay,
Second?
we have a motion and a second. Would you mind reading the resolution? Oh, this is too long.
Whereas Atlantic City Electric has a three-pronged approach to reduce energy emissions and mitigate their impact on the environment by focusing on their company, the community, and customers. And whereas Atlantic City Electric's efforts included energy audit of its facilities to improve their efficiency, upgrading their facilities with new energy-efficient lighting, installing sensor-based electrical switches, implementing energy-efficient heating and cooling systems, and other efforts to achieve net zero emissions in the next 30 years. And whereas Atlantic City Electric is implementing programs to encourage middle school students to create energy mitigation projects that could benefit their schools, resulting in 16 action projects to date. And whereas Atlantic City Electric is helping customers manage their energy use by implementing energy efficiency programs, assisting customers with switching to solar power and other energy use strategies to make their energy consumption more environmentally friendly. Now therefore be it resolved that the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners support Atlantic City Electric's clean energy effort and their programs to make Atlantic County citizens more aware and more environmentally friendly in their consumption and use of energy.
Thank you. I think we all may have seen the article that Atlantic City Electric had put out there on their programs they're looking forward to, and I just thought it would be nice, and they're a great partner with our county. Any commercial comments? No.
Madam Chair? Go ahead.
It would be a really great opportunity for the county to partner and also go through some of those audits and figure out where we can use more energy efficient equipment and systems to help move that along. As long as we're congratulating them on doing that, maybe we can have an audit and see where we can improve as well.
So just in line with that, we've sat down with several entities that provide free audits, and we have to do, as you know, we have an ordinance that says we do everything in a formal manner. So our purchasing agent is finalizing the what would be the specifications to have an audit done of all of our buildings for that, just what Commissioner Fitzpatrick's asking. You know, energy efficient, HVAC, lighting, you know.
That's great, Jerry, thank you. Commissioner Ballas?
Yeah, just wanted to say, first of all, congratulations to Atlantic City Electric. They're a great community partner. They've been involved in so many different things, supporting so many different charities here in Atlantic County. Every time, I've been in different fundraisers, Atlantic City Electric is either a major sponsor or some type of a sponsor of that. And they're always coming up with something a little more better in the county. Especially, how well they work with the different solar companies. We have an array of different solar companies here in Atlantic County to provide the solar to the residents, and the working relationship that they have with each and every one of these companies to make sure that solar is getting up and approved and running and onto their grid and improving the grid. And I'm sure you've seen all the new infrastructure that Atlantic City Electric has put in with the big metal poles, and the metal poles going from their substation all the way down Port Republic all the way into Atlantic City. So they're spending a lot of money to help the future of our country.
Yeah, and I like how they bring in the schools very often. They've brought into programs that we've been out there for ACIT, and they're just going to school, so they are a great partner. Commissioner, do you have?
Yeah, I was just gonna, Jerry touched on it. It's not something new that Atlantic County government's done. We've undertaken these energy audits and stuff for years through different departments. As technology changes, of course, you have to stay with the times. Some of the switching and some of the LEDs and stuff that, we're taking advantage of now. Facilities has been doing that, and I just wanted to make sure we pointed that out as well. It's nothing, I know all of us worry about a buck, and I know the county administration gets tired of hearing this sometimes because we chase after them on that, but they've been very proactive, and they always have, because they know they're looking as well. So I just want to make that on the record so you guys all see that.
I have any other commissioner comments? Seeing, hearing none, anything for the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Brutino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes?
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay. That concludes the written portion of our agenda. I'm going to go to special committee reports. Does anybody have any committee reports?
Madam Chair, thank you. Well, good news for a change. I attended the SJEDD meeting last night, South Jersey Economic Development District. And this is the 10th year I've served on that body to represent the county. And I will say it's been really one of the most interesting and the most rewarding experiences you could have in government because of the situation. 10 years ago when I went on, and Freddie Holder or Formica appointed me in 2012, the district was bankrupt. Totally, completely bankrupt. Could not pay their bills, did not know what they owed, did not know anything. It was a mess. The director had run it into the ground. And through a number of years, we've had to crawl out of a hole, so to speak. And by 2015, Atlantic County, I believe, that 2015, we made a loan. We made a loan to the district so that they could get the house in order and be able to break ground on the new aviation park that we have. That was a four-county project. It was not an Atlantic County project. So in order to get that going and to get the grant money going and to get everything going at Aviation Park, we had to complete 2 pages of specifications laid down by the Inspector General of the United States. So it was a rather interesting time. And I'm happy to report a number of things. Number one, the district paid off another loan last night. Also, the loan that the Atlantic County Improvement Authority made will be paid off 2.5 years early. So next year, the district will be totally debt-free. And we have good audits now. We have unmodified qualified reports, unmodified opinions, which is the highest opinion you can get. So we have some good things going on there. The district will be totally debt-free next year. We'll make our last payment, and we shaved off about 2.5 years on the loan that Atlantic County Improvement Authority gave to the district. Serving on the district is interesting because it's not just about Atlantic County. There's 3 other counties involved, and you have to be involved and show interest and work together as a unit to make things happen. And last night, the district unanimously approved our application that Max Slusher was talking about for the Build Back Better Regional Challenge Grant. If we were able to get this, even phase 1 and all the other phases that's coupled with this could be a big game changer for Atlantic County because the future of the county is aviation. There's no question about it. That's our future. So things are working great on the South Jersey Economic Development District, and I'm just happy to report that we are going to be totally debt-free by next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do we have any other reports of special committees? Okay, seeing none. Any unfinished business? Seeing none. Any new business?
Madam Chair, if I may?
Yes.
I don't know if we're under new business or not, but I believe on Saturday or Sunday, Dr. Gaba from Atlantic Cape Community College was inducted to the Rutgers Hall of Fame as an alumni. And so I would ask this board next meeting, we prepare a proclamation or resolution acknowledging that. She is our president of our community college. It speaks volumes because when you can look at folks in your own communities who've made a great contribution and touched the lives of so many young people, and to be inducted into Rutgers Hall of Fame, I think it says a lot. And I ask that the Madam Clerk, I sent you an email. I don't know if you got a chance to look at it.
I saw it.
Pass that off to the attorneys. Maybe we can do a, if you don't mind, pass it off to the attorney, do a proclamation or resolution and try to have her at the next meeting.
Thank you. Great idea. Do we have any other new business? Okay, seeing none. We've received copies of written communication and petitions. Any commissioner comments? If you've received anything. Okay.
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
About the opioid settlement. So the state is the one who responds to this. I mean, the county responds to this, not us individually.
Well, right now it's with the attorneys. We have attorneys doing this.
Okay.
Jim can speak to the attorney group that we have. We have 2 attorney groups.
Okay, just because it has a login and a password, and that's for you. Okay.
That's correct. And they'll advise us what we should do with this.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any other communications anybody wants to bring up? Okay, we'll now open to public comments portion. Anyone who would like to speak, please come to the podium, state your name and the town you reside. If you're attending virtually, please type yes in the question and answer box. You'll be raised from an attendee to a panelist. When you're raised, state your name and the town you reside.
James Pash from Egg Harbor Township, and I would like to talk about political road signs. I spoke with Mr. Del Rossi a little while ago, and he told me that the county has a policy to collect all political road signs. Well, I did a little bit of checking, and to remove political road signs, it's been ruled upon by the United States Supreme Court and the New Jersey State Supreme Court that political road signs are protected under the Freedom of Speech Act. To set foot onto public property to remove a road sign is a crime. It's a Class B misdemeanor. The county, under, I assume, Mr. Rossi's direction, has been driving around collecting road signs. This is a picture of a county dump truck with road signs in the back of it. You think, after all we've heard tonight about how we don't have enough money, that we got money for a truck that uses more than a gallon of gas to drive 5 miles and an employee to do it? We got money to drive them around and pick up road signs, which is, again, a crime. And I would like to have somebody explain to me how this road sign, which is a roofing contractor, and there are hundreds of these that have been around the township for, this particular one has been there for at least 6 months. Why is this sign okay, but my signs are not okay? The county collects road signs and they put them right over here in the yard that you can go pick them up again. In the last week, I have collected 106 of my signs from the county yard. There are 5 of my opposition signs in the yard. I don't want to say I may be paranoid, but it seems a little one-sided. Mr. Ballas, there's a few of your signs in there. Mrs. Fitzpatrick, there's a few of your signs in there. I mean, I get that they pick them up from both sides, but I have written permission from property owners to post my sign in their yard. the county illegally spends resources and comes by and picks them up. I would like to know why the county feels that they must break the law and spend money to do it, to silence people's voice.
I mean, I know that we have, you know,
That's our-
policy or ordinance, whatever,
It's
yeah.
your policy, it's also against the law.
And so this gentleman could write that law and cite that law if he'd like to our county council, and our county council will advise us accordingly. And we don't send trucks out to go pick up signs. If they're in the area, I can tell you right now, I've been past a lot of signs that they have not picked up on our roads, which means they haven't been in that area. So they don't drive around looking for signs, quite truthfully. And if they are, I can tell you right now, if I know about it, I'm going to have the department take action. You're supposed to do that in the course of your job. If they see the sign, take it down, and that's it. We're not driving around taking down signs as just a single function.
Why is that sign okay?
I can't tell you. Is that in our road?
It is.
Okay, can you
It's
tell
on
me where it
Summers
is?
Point Road.
Okay.
There are hundreds of them, hundreds.
Yes.
Just one quick question, if I can. Jerry, I think we want to make sure that we are clear. The
Right.
county has been picking them up on the county right away on county roads.
County right away on county.
Has anybody going into somebody's yard that has a house that has a sign in their yard along the county right away to pick up a
I
sign?
can't answer that. They're not supposed to be on private. I'm just saying to you.
Yes,
Now,
they
that
are.
doesn't mean, for example, it's not in our right of way. I can't answer that question. If you're talking about a house with a sign in the center of it, I don't know
If
why.
you got a
they
house,
be going
if
in.
you have a house that I'm a homeowner and I have a sign that's 4 feet off the road in front, near my mailbox, near the street, we're not going into somebody's yard to pick up a sign as a county crew on a county road.
Not in the yard, but if it was, let me be clear.
If it's
if
within
was
2
within
feet,
the
3
right of way,
feet, if it's right on the right of way in the beginning, they're gonna pick it up, even if it's in somebody's yard?
It won't be in the yard.
Homeowner's yard.
It'll probably be in the ribbon.
If it's in the shoulder of the road, I know we're talking about semantics here a
That's
little
right, yeah.
bit, but I want to be clear, we're not going in, if somebody has a house there and the sign's out near the street and it's 2 feet off the road near his mailbox, we're not stopping on a county road to pick up the guy, to
They
pick up a.
should be.
Okay.
Just because it's someone's house or a vacant property, it's still private property.
Yeah.
There are many wooded lots that are private property. I have written permission from many property owners to post my sign exclusively. I have the right to grab any other sign that's on there from the homeowner, or from the property owner. I don't.
Let me just for your.
As
So
far as,
we've been asked recently, so I can speak. So a guy owns his house. He has trees that he planted. A good portion of them are in our right of way. His property, but it's still our right of way, and they're encroaching in that right of way. And we went there and we cut back the trees that were in our right of way because it was a site obstruction.
Right.
So if you said to me today, would we be on somebody's property? We could be if it is creating an issue. Now, I'm not saying this is creating an issue, but to go to that point, could we go on private property as long as it's in our right of way? I mean, so I would defer to Jimmy here, but I can only tell you this most recent case that I was asked to look at.
So Madam Chair, I think I have a little bit experience in what this gentleman is talking about. And I was a county employee at the time, and we were instructed to go out and move political signs. And I don't know if you remember this, Jerry. I called you and Denny, and I told them I'll be damned if I was going to touch anybody's political signs. First of all, it's their property, they paid for it, etc. And at the end of the day, that we, the workers, should not be removing political signs. The supervisors ought to be removing the political signs. Either you made the decision, or Denny made the decision, and the supervisors began to move the signs and took the workers out of the play of it. There has been for years, the county's point or position, you can't be in the right of way. And I think we all would agree, whether you Democrat, Republican, Independent, if you come up to an intersection, you can't see the hell around it. You don't want some big 5x5 sign that you can't see if a damn car's coming out. I get that part. But if it's a little teeny sign down the bottom, we're wasting a lot of time taking people's signs up. Somebody paid for those signs. And so, again, when I was on work for Public Works, I refused to do it. I thought you suspend me or fire me, but I'm not touching. I'm a political junkie. That's what I do. I run for public office. My signs were out there. Many times I've gone to the county yard to get my signs. But I made it very clear the next time the county took one of my signs down, I was taking every damn sign down. I didn't give a damn who they were. But they came to an understanding. Yes, there was private. People paid for the sign, and they tried to do a compromise. I don't know what, at the end of the day, what happened. My point was, and my point is this, we've got to figure out something, because whether you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, or whoever, somebody's paying for those signs. Didn't pay them for them to be sitting in the county yard. If it's in the right of way, yeah, you got to move them back. If it's on private property and you go in there, somebody's ass needs to be spanked, because you shouldn't be on somebody's private property taking signs out because you dislike whoever that candidate or those your opponents may be. But there's got to be a balance, and I'm not the lawyer. That's why you pay Mr. Ferguson and them the big money to figure out what the law says you can and cannot do. But at the end of the day, somebody's paying for those signs one way or the other. But nobody should obstruct the view of anybody. So what happens is, it's silly season. We get it. And every year it gets worse and worse. There was a law that says you can't post signs on light poles. Remember that? It's illegal. Folks ain't stopped, but they put them up there. Whether it's a political sign, or was a power wash sign, was a roofing sign, it's got to be consistent. We're going to take them all up and down. So I get it. Been there, did that. But my point was, no laborer, in my personal opinion, should be taking up signs. The supervisors of those units should be doing that. It takes those, because those kids get out there and they get into a confrontation with a candidate. And they're only really doing their job. Right? Let the supervisor take that flag. But anyway, find out what law this gentleman is referring to. If in fact, not you personally, if we're intruding on somebody's right, and they have the right of way to put them there. But again, I think all of us, for safety issues, nobody wants an intersection block where you can't see what the hell's coming. Nobody.
Sorry?
The NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, has conducted a study. And that study had determined that road signs that have 3 square feet or less in size, even on the side of the road, have zero impact on traffic and have zero liability and do not raise accidents.
You said 3 feet?
3 square feet or less, which is the small sign.
The small sign. But I'm talking about them big,
I know the
humongous
4x4 ones you're talking about, that's another issue. That's not what I'm talking about. Obstructing view is not what I'm talking about. And as far as the right-of-way goes, it's not your property. That first 15 feet, there's an easement on people's private property that allows the county, city, or whoever to go on to do utility work and safety work. That does not make it your property. That's why you have to shovel your sidewalk, because you still own it. If you remove signs which are protected by the New Jersey State Supreme Court, that is a Class B misdemeanor. If you set foot onto people's private property with the intention of committing a crime, that's criminal trespassing, and that's a felony.
Okay, we will find out, where we stand legally with the signs.
I'm just here to tell you and let everybody know, and the public know, that I have written permission on certain properties to post my signs. I am putting game cameras on those signs, and if I see someone removing them, I am going to file criminal charges. Whether it be a county employee, a supervisor, or a garbage man, it makes no difference to me. If I see somebody breaking the law, I'm filing criminal charges.
But I think even with all of that being said, Madam Chair, if I may, again, Jerry and Mr. Ferguson, again, I think they check in if
Right.
We're within the right of way, we're in the right of way. If we're not in the right of way, we have to address that issue. But at the end of the day, it's all gonna come down to safety.
Right, and it's all signs. We don't.
That's
not
all
just-
Oh,
signs.
that's
We gotta
all
look at
signs.
all signs.
All
Roofers put sign, everybody, if we're gonna do determinations on what we're pulling, it's all or it's none, or we're gonna have to come up with a policy that you guys come up with from the legal standpoint that you can stand behind.
Yes, in fact, commercial signs have less protection than political signs.
And it's gotta be all year,
Commercial
not
speech
just
doesn't rise to the
a month
level
before
of political
elections.
speech.
And it should be all year. If you're doing it from the county's perspective, you should be pulling the signs all the time. Not just
Yeah.
election time.
Cause I don't think nobody in the county put up more
And
signs.
the state's doing it also.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I just-
Commissioner Gatto.
I just wanted to comment as well, and I think Commissioner Ballas was just hitting on it. I mean, the state has been worse than ever this year, taking signs off of state roadways. I live on Route 50 in Mays Landing. I put signs in my yard along Route 50 every year for the last 13 years. This is the first time they've been removed from my yard. It is absolutely out of control this year. I don't know what's going on, but to the gentleman, I'm sorry I can't see you. Just know that it is happening everywhere. I don't know why. As Commissioner Corsi said, it's silly season. But it is very, very frustrating because all of us have been there. All of us have had to go to the yard and get our signs. It's a very frustrating process, and it's a huge waste of time and resources from the volunteer and political side and from the employee side, whether it's state, county, whatever. It's really, really ridiculous. So I just want to commiserate. I know that might not be much help, but it is very frustrating.
It is, and I agree, and I appreciate you said, and there's an example of somebody getting taken off our own.
Yeah, her yard on Route 50.
All I'm asking is for the county to stop breaking the law and stop using county resources to do it. That's all I'm asking for. I'll deal with the state and I'll deal with my city on their own. But I'm just asking the county to stop breaking the law. If we're all frustrated by it, you guys have the power to stop it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else in the public? Any further public comments?
Leo, you just came to watch the meeting? I don't believe it. That's my friend Leo, y'all.
You have a friend?
I do have one. I do have one.
Sorry, just kind of.
But Frank, I have three Franks.
You have three.
2 points.
What about Colleen?
What about, yeah, that's good, friend. He's good.
Okay, any comments for the good of the order?
Hold one hand.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, thank you all for being here this evening.